COVID hit, essentially stopping and really still kind of stopping the local scene. CES just came back with CES 61. There's no date or timetable. We know that they want to return again. We don't know when it'll be. Could it be 3 months? Could it be a month? Who knows? And essentially, a lot of people, and especially two names that come to mind for me when speaking with them, were Alexander Ballou and Eddie George. Eddie George had said, he would have thought that he'd still be just 1-0 walking into the cage, the next time, this summer, or fall, and essentially they're putting their careers on pause. And just how hard is that as a coach, as a manager, to kind of just deal with?
It's tough. I think, I've been fortunate where for the most part, my guys and girls have all been pretty laid back about it. They're not like pointing fingers. I mean, no one made COVID happen. It's just something we're all dealing with, and we're all dealing with it in our own certain way. And, I've heard horror stories about, you know, guys getting rid of their managers or changing gyms because of how they handle this stuff. And, it's probably not your manager's fight. Here's the thing, is like, we have a tough spot because like the states here in New England aren't as open as some of these other states out west. So does LFA have a huge advantage over CES right now? Obviously, so if you're a manager that works closely with LFA, you have a significant advantage over a manager that doesn't have a relationship with LFA, because now all your guys are going to stay active. They're going to keep fighting, and then you're going to fight always pretty much on the A side, which there's nothing wrong with that. That's the way it should be. You have a relationship. So if anybody outside that region wants to come in and fight, like if I want to bring a guy out to LFA, I know it's probably a tough fight, and depending on how frustrated you are, where you're at in your career, you might have to roll the dice sometimes on those, or you just be patient and keep training. And but let's flip this. And I see some managers using that to recruit. They're like, "Oh, look at us. We keep our guys busy. COVID didn't affect us." It's like, all right, cool. COVID didn't affect you, but that's just because the promotion that you do business with is still doing shows. So don't act like it's because you're a better manager.
Absolutely.
Like if CES was doing 2 shows a month, I guarantee you my guys would all be fighting multiple times this year already, and their guys would be fighting when I chose to fight them. So I'm not, ignorant enough to, think that I'm doing a bad job because some of my guys aren't staying as busy. And the reality is like the promotions that I do business with and that I partner with, just the states aren't allowing us to do shows. So we're kind of on pause, and, it's forced us to look a little bit out at some other stuff, and, some other promotions, to see, what directions we can go with some of these younger fighters that don't have the time to pause, for another 6 months or so. So, it's forcing us to kind of pivot a little bit, but at the end of the day, like, COVID is COVID, like there's nothing we can really do about it. We just have to kind of react to it. And I think we're at that point where with a few of our fighters, we got some things in play that'll be coming out soon that I think that'll be exciting for them in their career. And I think it'll just keep the momentum going, and kind of help just push us to that next level, which is where they want to be.